Was my coworker a little out of pocket for saying this? He asked me, hey, y'all are acting like I said this man tried to cheat on his girlfriend with me. I just said, was it a little out of pocket? Like, that's it. I don't think that he tried to cheat on his girlfriend with me. I don't even think he's attracted to me.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about this influencer who currently is going viral for making a TikTok video about how a man gave her a compliment. Okay, in my opinion, in the video that we're about to play, it seems like he was just being a nice guy. Now, apparently this TikTok influencer has multiple videos where she's talking about her dating experiences. Now, the only problem is every video, on her TikTok page, it seems like she's constantly looking for red flags.
Was my coworker a little out of pocket for saying this? He asked me, hey, how have you been? And I'm like, I'm good. I actually hit the gym twice this week. He works out a lot, so he gave me some tips the other day. So that's why I said that. And he's like, well, how do you feel? I was like, I'm really sore, so I took some creatine. I think I'm going to keep that in my regimen. He goes, oh, well, your legs get really sore because the lactic acid in your body goes lower, so it stays in your legs. Make sure that you're soaking and bone rolling. I'm like, cool, thanks. And then he adds, but once you get a boyfriend, you're not even going to have to worry about that. I try to joke it off, and I'm like, nobody wants to date me. I'll never have a boyfriend. And he goes, yes, you will. Look at you. You're beautiful. And he walks away, and I'm like, man, you just flew your girlfriend to Greece 3 weeks ago to propose to her. Like, I don't know. If I found out that my new fiance said that to anybody, I would Romeo Juliet that whole, I don't know. Maybe I'm sensitive. It's kind of flattering because he's really handsome and my type, but it's also like, people in relationships in this day and age are so out of pocket, and a part of me, I feel lonely, trust me, but a part of me is so grateful that I'm not even dealing with it, because people are insane.
This is the definition of turning nothing into something. This is one of the reasons why men aren't approaching women, because God forbid you give a woman a compliment in 2023, you might be on a TikTok video. Okay, instead of making this TikTok video and, getting your approval from complete strangers, why not have the conversation with that guy? Okay, if you were so distraught and, your world was flipped upside down, why not have the conversation one-on-one? Why make a TikTok video that could potentially destroy his life? Okay, because that's all it takes in 2023 is some weird, wild allegation from a woman where you could potentially be canceled, right? This type of video could have also potentially destroyed his relationship. But let's keep going.
I'm not out of pocket for telling him that no one would ever date me, because it's the fact that no one would ever date me. I look around and I see there's nobody who would date me. And I don't say that as a fishing for compliments thing. If people are saying, that's always my answer. Whenever I come around aunts, uncles, my grandmother, people are like, oh, who are you dating? Where are you going to find? Nobody wants me. Next topic. But was I out of pocket for making a video? Yes. But I came on here and asked, is it a little out of pocket that he said that? I didn't say, should I get him fired? Should I tell his girlfriend? Is he a piece of shit? He's a great, nice guy. And apparently this went viral on Twitter because people think I'm fishing for compliments and I want to break up that relationship and I want to get him fired. And none of that is true. And you guys are just reaching. Now I don't really like the internet anymore. Anyway, body check. And let me clarify one last thing. I don't care that he called me beautiful. That was nice. I was asking, is it out of pocket that he said when I get a boyfriend, I'll have someone to stretch my legs after my workouts. That's all I asked. And you know what I'm going to stand on? That it is a little out of pocket, and that if I had a boyfriend and I overheard him saying that to another girl, I'd be like, babe, I don't really like that.
Yeah, so there you have it. A whole lot of nada. Okay, complete rubbish. Shout outs to the UK. Now, apparently, she was getting flamed on the internet. Okay, absolutely flamed. If he wasn't her type, this wouldn't be an issue for her. It bothers her that he's taken. She's clearly not used to being complimented. These women literally will find anything to complain about. All right, so next commenter says, if wanting to feel more important than you actually are was a person. All right, so next commenter says, I can't lie. This is why I avoid talking to women at work like the plague. I can't even have a normal conversation without them twisting it.
5 years ago, I was working at the North Face, and this guy came in, and he was so handsome that I literally lost my mind. Like, he came in and bought his mom a jacket, and I was like, sign up to a rewards program. And so I got his name, and then for like 2.5, 3 years, I would just type in his name onto Instagram and go look at his life, and I'm like, he's so fine, he would never like me. Then COVID happened and we started getting money from the government, so I used that to get cheek and chin filler, and all of a sudden I was pretty. So once lockdown ended, I went to this bar that he worked at, and like usual, I would be like, guys, there he is, he's so cute. But this time, because I was beautiful, instead of ignoring me or whatever, or like not noticing me, he stopped me and was like, oh my God, you are so beautiful. There's so much more to the story, but long story short, the roles have reversed. He texts me, I leave him on red now, but I like him.
You can't make this shit up, okay? The delusion is at an all-time high, okay? These are the games that modern women play. You stalk him for 3 years, but then you ghost him when, like, what? Like, this is so stupid. These kind of videos are great case studies on what to avoid.
I have a very specific rule with my dating life, and just let me know if I'm wrong for this or if it's unreasonable. I walked across the street to go get something from Target a few weeks ago, and this guy was like, hey, I think you're so beautiful. Are you single? I was like, yeah. He's like, are you open to dating? I was like, yeah, right? So then I gave him my number and I came back home. He called me like 2 mornings later and he was like, hey, I really wanted to get to know you, blah, blah, blah. This is the thing. I do not let men get to know me over a phone call. I do like to be courted. I think if you want to get to know a girl, take her out on a date, or it's just something. You don't just call me, and that's free, that's cheap, and that feels like you would just call 5 different girls that you met that week and decide who's worthy of a date. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, right? I am vetting you out to determine if I want to spend my hard-earned money on you. I want to make sure our core values align. There's no point taking you out, spending all this money just to find out we don't have the same values.
So I don't like that. But I took the phone call and we talked for like a half hour, and it was a really good conversation. So whatever. But now he keeps calling and I trying to like text or whatever. And that's fine. If you run your dating life like that, I'm not judging you. But I can't meet a man and we just call and text until he decides that I'm worthy for a date or being courted. Like, I have value. To me, that's just how I feel. Like, I'm worth the date. I'm worth the experience. Like, I'm not trying to be bratty or ungrateful, but I don't want multiple men calling me, texting me, getting to know me. That is very high school. It's very, I don't have time or money or value, like getting to know you in like a more like intimate personal setting. I just can't let someone talk on the phone with me. So he texted me today and he was like, hey, you haven't been picking up my calls. And for me, I'm like, you never asked me on a date, but I also don't feel like I have to tell a man that he never asked me on a date. Like, that just tells me that we're not going to work in a relationship because I want to be courted while I'm dating someone. Maybe I'm just a little difficult, but that's my standard. I don't care how hot a guy is. I don't care, if I know he has a lot of money or whatever. If you're getting to know me, when you're getting to know me, you cannot text back and forth with me all day and call me before doing the standard 1 or 2 dates, because then it's just going to be phone calls and whatever, and then you're trying to build a connection, then we don't have a title, and then it's, oh, well, you're the one who thought you were my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not giving you that experience. I'm a great conversationalist. I'm funny. I'm pretty. I'm ambitious. And I'm not giving you access to that to brighten your day if you're not going to give me just a couple evenings of dates to kind of see if you're going to give me the kind of like romantic relationship that I would want. So I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm rambling, but am I wrong? And should I tell him, hey, you never asked me out and I enjoyed our conversation, but I can tell that this wouldn't be the kind of relationship that I'd be happy in? I don't know. Maybe I should say it better. Maybe I shouldn't say anything at all.
All right, guys. So there you have it. This is a classic case of a woman basically saying you should have read the signs. Instead of you being a grown-up and opening your mouth and speaking up, you rather create a TikTok and get advice from complete strangers. Okay? I just don't understand that. Why not speak up? Let him know, you know, hey, this is what I would like to see moving forward. Does this work for you? Right? He could either say yes, he could say no, and you guys can communicate, right? Having hyper communication when you're getting to know somebody or when you're in a relationship goes a long way. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. Go ahead and give me some feedback, and until next time.